Hello everyone, today I'm going to be playing Heliopolis, but every time I die, I'll nerf the level. First things first, I did not try to copy Vortrox's video. I had this idea months ago and finally got around to doing it. Second thing second, look at this fan animation. You should drop a sub to Danny Games. Third thing third, I gotta separate this level into two parts. The first part and the cool part. The creators of Heliopolis decided to put everything into one layer or spread the same thing over 5 layers, so the nerfing process wasn't easy both ways. I got some beginner percentages, and then I dropped the level for a few weeks to work on another video. After all those backflips, school was over and I finally got back on the grind. I had some more beginner percentages and then I got to the UFO part. The goals for this level is to keep everything touchable so that you can see how hard the level is, and 2, keeping the gameplay similar. It doesn't have to be the same, but I wanted it to feel like you were actually playing Heliopolis. With those rules set, I kept trudging on with the level. Math problem with Rafa bro time! I went on a car trip which was 4 hours long. I nerfed Heliopolis the whole time. How many hours of my life did I lose? Answer, too many! On top of that, I was only halfway through! Anyway, I'll stop complaining. I was only halfway through, but I had 9-hour plane ride to finish the rest. To anyone watching, you are probably not aware of how much effort was put into this level. Every little nook and cranny was filled with details, and there's little pieces of glow everywhere. And I bet you didn't know about this furry. I was pretty shocked when I found it. Anyway, I got to the ball part, which had cool spinny things, and this part was pretty impressive considering that this was built back in 2.1. This is the beginning of the cool part, and the coolness factor only goes up from there. After I nerfed this part, I went on to nerf the swingcopter part. Heliopolis was a level to test every skill in 0.5 speed. They even included swingcopter, but didn't have ship for some weird reason. I put dots to tell you where to click, and headed to the last wave part. What I did here was remove all the spikes and then lock a D block to your position, which made it possible to slide on the blocks as a wave. I still had to delete some parts for it still being too tight, but eventually I got it done. This nerfing process took around 7 hours, but now it's time to beat it. Do you remember how the title said 1 death equals 1 nerf? Well, that's not exactly true because A, making every level easier every time I died takes forever! It's a complicated level with a complicated background and takes forever to find everything you need. B, it makes the video longer, gives me a challenge to increase my skills, and now you get to watch me struggle. Before I start the cinematic montage, my dad was like, "Hey family, let's go out to get some biscuits and crumpets." So the whole family was like, sure. So we headed out to the airport, got in a plane, and this dude above me drops his fully loaded metal water bottle and destroys my arm. It didn't break, but I think like my bone bruised or something, and it still hurt 5 days later. Anyway, I'm on a really long flight to London, and this plane ride was also when I decided to grind this level. Now that I learned this level, I gave it around 30 minutes of attempts and then this happened. What is this giant pause in this level? You might be asking. Well, one dude guy took the window seat and I had to pause to let him get around to the bathroom. This break is the exact amount of time it takes to get out of your seat, let your brother pass, and then buckle back in. Don't worry, I'm not trying to hack or doing anything suspicious. It was just kind of unfortunate that this was the attempt that Juan needed to go pee. Yes! Yes! Well, was probably what I was thinking when I beat it in the airplane. Sorry I didn't really give a reaction, I just didn't want to wake that stupid baby up again. So, after long last, the level was finally complete. Honestly, I would rate this as hard demon or even insane demon. This took me 1400 attempts, and whilst I was building it, I was also practicing it. The reason I rate it so high is due to the length and because Magma Bound felt a little bit easier than this. This bias is probably due to me being on an airplane and playing on mobile, not the particular setup to beat really tight levels. I posted the level when we got internet in London, wrote the script, and now I am editing this back at home. So this is why the video took so long to come out. Here's the idea if you want to play. I hope you enjoyed the video.